Hi everybody, this is Alex and Donnie from Be a Real Gamer. We've played a bit of the Crysis 3 multiplayer beta and we kind of wanted to tell you guys what we thought of it. Um, I'm personally pretty surprised in the quality of it. It's pretty solid. What did you think of it, Donnie?
Um, I enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty good. Um, I do want to talk specifically about the different game modes. They had two in the beta. One was called Hunter, the other one was called Crash Site. There was also two maps, one called
Uh,
Airport, the other one was called Museum.
yep.
Um, and I think there's more information on those. I think the Crysis 3 developers released basically a walkthrough video showing you the beta and everything.
Which we
But
should link below. We should have a link below for that.
yeah. We're basically just going to give you, our feel for each game type and not describe them too much. Um, so the first thing I want to talk about is the game mode Hunter. Um, that game mode for me felt a lot like Infected. For those of you who've ever played a Halo game, um,
Yeah, that's a
it
great
starts
call on
off.
that.
Yeah, it starts off with basically you either start off as the Cell, which are um, regular, group of I don't know what you would call them.
Space Marine guys in
Yeah,
power suits, but they have no shields and no
no,
special abilities.
Cell are not. They do not have nanosuits.
No.
Okay, now you're either playing as the Cell or you're playing as the Hunters, which are actually the Marines, um, and they have nanosuits. But when you're playing as a Hunter, you are fully cloaked at all times, and the only weapon you have is the bow and arrow weapon.
And you have one
Um,
explosive dart, and you have what is it, like 15 or 20 just regular arrows?
yeah, about that. Um, so the objective is, if you're playing as the hunter, to take out all of the cell operatives.
And as you take
And
each one out, they immediately become a hunter.
yes, so when you kill a cell operative, you gain another hunter. So and you have a time limit to do this. Um, if you do not kill all the cell by the time the time limit ends, then you lose the round. So unlike Infected, where I always felt like Infected really was just it's fun to play, but there is no competitive value to it since eventually everyone's going to be infected. In this game, you can really try to um,
Win?
win if you are the cell, aka the humans. You can try to play defensively and either take out your opponent, which I should remind you, the hunters respawn, the cell do not. But if you can take them out, you can slow them down until the time winds down, and then you win. Um, all in all, pretty good experience. Uh, I think it'd be better on some other maps. I enjoyed it a lot on Museum. It's not bad on Airport either, but I think Museum is probably the better map of the two for that game.
Airport to me plays a lot better in the crash site game mode. One thing though about the hunter is that I neglected to mention, as a hunter, you have full radar at all times. But the experience as playing a cell operative is one that it's a little bit nerve wracking, especially when you're kind of
Yeah,
counting down. When there's
because
only a few you left.
when you play as a cell, you have this proximity sensor that's just it's you listen for it, and when a hunter is in your radius, it starts going off louder and faster. And it's not like a regular beeping noise, it's this really annoying, kind of frightening noise.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it kind of. It gets you the blood flowing a little bit because when somebody is coming at you, you start getting really paranoid and looking in every fucking corner and all around and like spinning around and making sure that nothing's about to kill you.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
I've noticed too. I tried playing as a couple of different of the cell classes. There's basically a close quarters with a shotgun and all around with a rifle, and then a sniper.
yeah,
Tend to stick with the sniper because the sniper's special ability is in the scope. They have a thermal scope, so you
yeah,
can
and they
actually
can
spot the hunters.
yeah. You also get some other tactical things when you're playing as a cell. You get an EMP grenade that you could toss if you think there is a hunter around you, and that will immediately send out a shockwave within a certain radius
Decloak
that
them
will
and drop their
disable their
shields.
cloaks. Yeah. So you could be able to see them and take them out a lot faster because they're shielded and you're not.
But you know, Hunter seemed like a really fun game type. But the other game type that's in there is Crash Site, which if you guys have ever played any game that had King of the Hill in them, you'd understand exactly what it is. Or Call of Duty's headquarters mode.
Headquarters, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very similar to something like that. Basically, you get these different drop sites, the drop pods, I guess they are, around the map, and you have to run to them and try to capture them and defend them. Uh, it's a respawn game, so obviously you can die as many times as you want and try to get back to it. Um, for me, it felt a little chaotic. It, I don't really like the flow of it. It might just be the particular maps they give you don't really work that well with it.
Yeah,
Um,
I thought it was fun for something if you just want to play like a TDM style game, but you know,
yeah, honestly though, I would have rather they just put TDM in the beta.
I completely agree with you.
Um, I'm hoping maybe they release some more game types before the beta's over, but they never said anything like that, so I doubt it. Um, when the final release of the game comes, I hope the multiplayer has some more game modes. Obviously, they will have TDM, but I would like to see something maybe like a capture the flag type thing. Um, all in all, though, I'm really satisfied with what they've delivered so far. The beta doesn't feel that beta-ish. It feels pretty solid. Um, I could say that the balance of things probably does need some work, but that's why they're doing this.
I've noticed that the second assault rifle you get is a little bit OP compared to the first one you get.
And
The AK looking one. It's
that's
called
the
the
one that's called.
FYM or something.
Okay. I haven't played around with all the different weapons too much. I've used the sniper, the bow, and the shotgun a little bit, and the first
I didn't
shotgun,
like the
default
shotgun
one,
too much.
and the first assault rifle they give you when you play as like a ranger on the cell on Hunter.
Okay.
Uh, the shotgun, yeah, like it's not very good. It's fine for close quarters, but it's a little bit, it's a generic shotgun, really.
Yeah, I think I'm surprised that we haven't brought up how pretty this game is, and we're almost 8 minutes in. Um,
Well, I mean, yeah. As
it's
you usually want to open with something like that, but I was really excited about the gameplay because I wasn't expecting it to be that good.
I
But
wasn't
the
either.
graphics are really, really good, and for PC gamers, they're really going to appreciate all the nice fine tuning you can do. Like it really has a lot of settings, all the settings you would look for, several different kinds of anti-aliasing, and strengths to those anti-aliasing, like X4, X2, all that stuff. They have FXAA, TXAA, MSAA, and I believe it was SSAA or
Yeah,
which was
yeah.
one of the no TSAA. Sorry,
Yeah, it was
TSAA.
TSA. Okay.
I found on my system with my GTX 680, FXAA runs the best, which doesn't surprise me. TXAA 2 and 4 don't run too bad. They do look better than FXAA, but they also take up, they do hamper the performance
Yeah,
quite a bit more.
it bothered my performance. I couldn't sit
So
at 60 with it.
rather than have to lower down some other of the settings, I kept FXAA on with everything else on max. And I felt like the anti-aliasing was just fine. I never really felt like, everything was too jagged or
Yeah,
anything like that. Like I needed it to be smoother.
I'm personally very, very surprised that the multiplayer is this good. At times, it's even felt Battlefield-like with the characters' movement and with the rifles handle. This is not like Call of Duty where there's no recoil. These guns tend to shake and bob a lot, which
No,
is,
yeah, honestly,
is really
if
cool.
I had to compare it, I would think the multiplayer is more Battlefield than it is Call of Duty. Not so much in the way the gameplay works, the flow of the maps or anything, but just in the physics of things. The character animations are very fluid, like you would expect from Battlefield. The guns work a lot like they do in a game like Battlefield, where there's lots of recoil, very realistic shooting. Um, Not a lot of range from like the shotguns and close quarter weapons. It's it's pretty good.
It's really solid. I'm really pleasantly surprised, and I can't wait to do the review on it.
Yeah, I can't wait to get my hands on the full thing. I was honestly looking forward to just playing the campaign, But now it's like I've got this big bonus of a really good multiplayer that I'll probably spend quite a lot of time on.
And I mean, I think that should do it, guys. I mean, there's nothing else you guys could
Yeah,
do
I mean,
besides go ahead and
honestly,
download that beta.
yeah, if you haven't checked out the beta yet, I strongly recommend you check it out. It'll really give you a um, perspective on what to expect from the final release. Also, in case you don't know, the beta is available on PS3, Xbox 360, and PC. Um, on PC, it's available on Origin. If you don't already have an Origin account, you can go ahead and make one.
And
Uh,
on PS2 and Xbox, it's on Xbox Marketplace and the PSN store. If you don't know that, if you
yeah,
don't know that, then there's something wrong with you. Um,
exactly.
but yeah, just you guys should definitely go out and check that beta out. Happy gaming, guys.